Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda, and this is Gizmo.
We're the Newcomers. We live in the Villages, Florida, and every week on Monday we have Mailbag Monday, and we try to show you and tell you and share with you things that we've done in our home here in Central Florida.
Hope you enjoyed the cart ride Thursday with our friend Mike, and they went to Sumter Landing. It was a beautiful day.
Yeah, we had lots of comments. People seem to like that show. Linda went shopping. She didn't join me. And people commented, Linda, what did you buy on your shopping trip? Because honestly, I was nervous the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he was nervous.
I'm teasing. But Mike said that somebody stole his wife, Mary's, credit card one time, and he didn't even report it because they were spending less than she does.
Maybe so.
So where'd y'all go?
We end up going to Winter Garden, and it's a beautiful city. There's two parts. There's two parts to shop. Winter Garden, it's near the theater, and it's got quaint little shops, beautiful little stores. It's a place you should really visit. Some of them's a little expensive. I didn't buy too much there.
Winter Garden's about 40 minutes from here.
Yes.
So did you get there no problem?
Oh, we had a little problem because we didn't put the right address in. We ended up in Winter Park instead of Winter Garden, which took us a little out of the way, probably another 20 minutes or so out
Each way.
Each way.
Yeah.
So, but we had time. There was just us girls, and there were three of us, and it was fun. But we ended up going back to Winter Garden, and we had a little shopping. Then we had lunch, a little quaint little place, and a little chicken salad and all that, and a little bit of a $20 lunch. It adds up quickly. But then we end up going to Winter Garden Village, which has a lot more stores and, the big stores like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and that kind of thing, Best Home Goods. But the thing is, I did go shopping, but I could have got all this here in the village. I didn't buy anything at the cute little shops.
Well, just show them what you got because the ladies want to know. By the way, last week we get stats from YouTube. 56% of our viewers last week were men.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you go
Isn't
there.
that awesome? Guys, thank you. You're stepping up. Ladies, I don't know what's going on. Come on.
Well, I can tell you what I got at Home Goods and to Bed Bath, whatever. Anyway, how about this for your microwave? I needed one of those. My other one melted. I don't know why it melted, but anyway, I always use that. Love it. And then
this because when I put in my beefaroni or my
beef stew,
great value beef stew, it splatters. So this is really it's a good little thing.
Yeah.
How much was that?
That was $4.
$4. Okay.
Yeah, but then I went to Bargains and Blessings yesterday and worked, or Friday anyway, and I saw one that some lady bought for $1, and it was twice the size and much nicer than this one.
You never know what's going to come in over there.
You never know.
Okay.
Okay, and then at Home Goods, I got this cute pitcher. Isn't that precious? It's plastic, and I have another way to put my sweet iced tea for Jerry's sweet tea in here, because I do have another pitcher. It's glass, but it's a little heavy, and I just don't want to use that all the time. So this is going to be lovely. And this is the best part. I got a whole bunch of towels. Woohoo! Look at those. They match my colors.
They are soft.
My walls. Isn't that pretty? I love them. And a lot of washcloths for guests and whoever. So
you had fun.
I had a blast.
That's the main thing.
I had a blast.
We're glad you had fun.
Anyway,
what are we going to talk about on today's show?
We're going to talk about flood insurance, required or optional.
Right. We had a question, especially in the northern part of the villages. If you bought one of those older homes, could you tear it down and build a new home on that lot? And if you did, could you use your own builder and plans? Great question.
That is a great question. And can you share a home here with someone?
And we had that letter. We'll talk about that. And there's no state income tax here, but is there a school tax? One of our viewers wanted to know.
Great question. And a viewer also wants some financial advice from us.
That's dangerous. All that and more. Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
Upcoming entertainment here in the Villages. Bernadette Peters is coming. She is a Hollywood legend. She's a recording star, quite the entertainer.
Yes.
If you want tickets to her show, you go on thevillagesentertainment.com. And if you put in the code NEW, as in Newcomers, 2023, you'll get a discount on your ticket. So
nice.
We had a get together the other night. On Thursday night, an
did.
impromptu thing.
Yeah. Yes, we ended up going down to the Brownwood Square and met a lot of people. We put our chairs out, and Gizmo even got to go. He enjoyed it. A lot of people got to pet him, hold him. He absolutely loved it. And we did too. We met so many awesome people.
I was kind of doing a running count, and I think there were about 100 people came down.
Oh my gosh.
See, we get requests for meet and greets sometimes, and it's never convenient for everybody at the same time. So we just said, hey, we're going to be down there. We're going to set up some chairs.
Yeah.
It was really nice, and we were humbled by how many people came down.
Humbled. It was
and
amazing.
we took lots of pictures and shook
did.
lots of hands. A lot of fun.
Enjoyed it.
All right, let's get to our first question.
Our first question is from Janet. A big fan. I've been watching for a while. I love the bird photo and the paint color of your walls. Do you happen to have the color name and supplier?
Yeah, there's the bird photo. I like that too.
It's-
I love it, in fact.
So pretty.
We have it lowered down, sitting on this, what is that? Credenza?
You can call it that.
Buffet.
Buffet. I call it buffet.
Just to get it in the picture, but it usually hangs a little bit higher. That wall all around it is Sherwin-Williams sea salt. It seems silly to tell you that, but we get that question 3 or 4 times a week. So sea salt by Sherwin-Williams, Sherwin.
Sherwin.
And our halls and trim are a little darker color called Quietude, again by Sherwin-Williams. There you go. Brad and Dot ask a great question. They have some really good friends up in Michigan, and they share a home with them. And they wondered, could they do the same thing down here? Can you buy a home, 2 couples, put their names on the deed, and come down here and have a ball? I asked that question to somebody in the know, and they said, yes, you can. And they said that you can get IDs, passes, if you will, to use the pools and play golf. We're not sure if there's a maximum of 3 per household or 4 per household. But the short answer is yes, you could share a house down here.
Wow. This question is from Linda. Hello, another Linda.
Number 1 name in 1957.
Why do most of the floor plan models in the villages have the bedrooms in front of the home and living room in the back? Is this a normal floor plan for Florida? Normally, the living room is in the front and the bedrooms are in the back or on the side.
Good question. Ours are exactly like that. The guest bedrooms are in the front. You come in the front door. We have an Aspen model, another question we get frequently.
Right.
This Aspen model, I would say that the big feature is the large entertaining area.
Right.
We have an extra large entertaining area. And the front bedrooms, guest bedrooms, are small. You saw our closet show.
Yeah.
That's a small room. It's about 11 by 10 or 11 by 11. Very small room. They're in the front. The master bedroom is in the back, as it is in lots of homes, like the gardenia, I believe, and the begonia, and, or just a whole bunch of them, and the mossy oak and some of the others. But we did find one that had the master bedroom in the front. It's called the Elm. In fact, when we were at our get-together down at the square, one family said that they've been trying to sell their home. It's called the Elm, and that some people balked because it was different. The master bedroom was in the front. So you can find that if you like. And if you're looking for an Elm, just go on the village's website, go to Homes for Sale, and in the search area, they'll have what model home are you looking for. Type in Elm. Their bedroom is in the front. Bob and Heidi in Chicago, right? Hi, Jerry and Linda. Just wanted to ask, if you buy an older home, could you tear it down and put up a new home? If so, do you have to use a certain contractor that is approved by the villages? Will that contractor do the tear down of the old home and the construction of the new home? Okay, I asked one of the higher ups and found that especially in places like Silver Lake and Orange Blossom, up there in the original part of the villages, this is a common thing. Because those early modular homes are showing their age and they may be on a very desirable lot with all the same amenities that we have. So people will buy those, have them torn down, and put a new home on the lot. The answer we got was yes. You can buy one of those older homes. You can have any builder tear it down. Then it gets a little trickier on the rebuild. You can rebuild it, and you can have your builder rebuild it. but they have to go in front of the architectural review committee, and every step along the way has to be approved to make sure that it's up to code.
Yeah.
So the short answer is yes, you can do that.
Wow.
And it's a good question, and it would be a good way to get a really nice home in a super location, because that location up there is close to lots of medical facilities, lots of shopping. We were there yesterday at Best Buy.
Yeah.
You know, there's Kohl's, there's
Oh, sure.
there's a
That's
Target there,
great
there's
shopping.
all kinds of drug stores.
Yeah. Now, you told me they could rebuild. Do they have to rebuild a same kind of home the rest of the villages have? It has to be an approved house plan.
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
I would think so, because you can't just go build probably a 2-story home.
We'll have to do further checking. So you're saying they would have to build either a gardenia or an aspen or a
Something
begonia
that's
or an
in-
elm or
Maybe
mossy oak or
Yeah.
one of those.
Well,
Okay.
we'll have to check on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I would doubt it, because that is an older area and the restrictions are
That's-
much different than they are here.
Yeah.
That's one thing you never can say absolute anything in the villages, because there are lots of differences. Look here at this guy.
Oh, he's loving on Jerry.
Always do
today.
your checking. Don't.
Yeah.
I would never buy a house saying I'm going to tear that down and rebuild until I really knew all the ins and outs of it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, this question is from Lynn, and she says, I'm watching a video now that is showing a tax bill for a home in the villages. It looks like the total tax bill also includes school tax. In Texas, the school tax is separate from the property tax bill. I paid close to $6,000 in total taxes, property and school tax, on my home valued at $285,000 for last year. Just trying to figure if Florida taxes on a home will be less.
Gizmo, where'd she go?
Oh, tell him about his birthday.
Gizmo turned 14 on Monday. Wow, we put a post on Facebook. By the way, that's where we put all the little stuff on Facebook. Not that that's little, I didn't mean to insult you. But you can find a lot of things on Facebook if you follow Jerry and Linda. All right, here's our actual tax bill. Our tax bill was $3,101. That's going to be a surprise to you, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not much. The assessed value of our home, I'll tell you what it is, $322,000. Now that does not include our maintenance assessment of $579.60 and a Sumter fire assessment of $124. That's $703 more. So our grand total was $3,805. And if you pay it on November 1st, we ended up paying $3653.17. So, not bad. That's about 50% more than we were paying in Indiana on a much bigger house. But I'll bet it's less than you're paying in Illinois or Connecticut.
Yeah, she's from Texas.
As far as the school portion of the taxes, $1,431 of that amount are school taxes. So yes, we pay school taxes. No, we do not have state income tax. But all in all, I'm not upset with that tax bill at all. Thank you for getting that.
I knew what it was.
Lynn Hollister had another question. She says, a guy online says that all of Florida is required to have flood insurance due to a new bill passed in the state legislature. Is that true? Lynn, I don't think it is true. I don't think every home has to, but I think that homes that are under a certain classification, for example, and I'm making this up, but it's something like this, like federal homes that have federal loans or FHA loans, maybe mortgages that require the flood insurance. We don't have flood insurance. We are 70 feet above sea level. I looked at some of the coastal towns are at 0 or 6, 8 feet above sea level. So they're in much more danger of flooding.
Yes.
We're a little safer. It was about $400 more on our bill to have flood insurance, so we did not carry it. We had it the first year.
We did.
But then we dropped it, so knock on wood.
Yeah. This is from Stephanie in Tennessee. One thing I'm looking forward to in my retirement years is playing bingo. I haven't heard much talk about bingo. Is it offered as an activity in the villages? And if so, do they offer evening games? How much does it cost to play? Thanks for your great show. There are many places to play bingo. A lot of the rec centers have it, and there's even clubs that sponsor it, like the Shoebox. What is that called? The Shoebox for the military. Anyway, that organization.
Operation
Shoebox. Yes, they have a wonderful program with bingo. It's a money raiser for the veterans or the military, and man, do they have a fantastic time. We went to one at the Savannah Center, and it was filled with hundreds of tables. Jerry didn't go. It was a girls' day. We brought our lunch, our snacks, and everything, and oh my gosh, we spent the entire day.
Did you take your daubers?
We took our daubers, and we had.
Y'all know what a dauber is? It's a big fat magic marker that you put down.
Yeah.
Put your mark. We used to carry these little clear, remember those maroon colored little things you put on everything?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Those will get knocked off. Now that it's safe, your card won't be compromised. You get a little, you daub your number. But
Do they win money?
Oh my gosh, yes, you can win money. Yeah.
Let's go.
Lots of money. Yeah, you can. And so it's a fun time. You will definitely get to play bingo here in the Villages.
This question is from Josh Kennedy. He says, I love your videos. I'm 48 years old. I'd love to retire to the Villages with my wife down the road in the future. What advice would you give someone at my age? Any financial planning advice? They say it's never too early to start planning. Yeah, the best advice I could give you is don't take any financial advice from me. I'm serious. We are terrible. We didn't do nearly as well as we should have all through the years because we're very conservative when it comes to finance.
Yeah.
And we didn't take many chances.
We did just watch our pennies. We didn't buy willy-nilly on a lot of things. We watched our pennies.
We drive a car for a long time.
Yeah, over 10 years.
We don't get new cars all the time. We don't have to have Jordan basketball shoes,
No.
We use a lot of generic stuff. We're pretty simple folk. Although those towels she bought yesterday cost $109.
They did. Well, they were, the big towels were $14 a piece. And
so you're saying you got a bargain.
I bought a rug, too. Yeah, I spent $100, but I got a lot of towels, and we needed them.
I like to use the example. Linda's grandpa was the president of a bank back in our hometown. And he lived in the most modest little 2-bedroom home with a 1-car garage, which was under the house.
It was.
And simple living, and he saved his money for a rainy day.
Yeah.
And then later, they needed that money for their rainy day.
Yeah.
Back home, we thought a $500,000 home was an absolute mansion.
Oh, my.
But yet people that were younger than us and people we knew were buying these homes and really extending themselves.
Yeah. You pay off your monthly credit card every single month. You do not let it go over. You don't do that. Yeah.
If you have a super good card, the interest rate might be 14 point something percent, but a lot of them are 27, 26%. Don't pay that interest. You'll never pay it off.
No.
Pay that card off every month, every penny. Get it paid off. Yeah. Save your money. Don't eat out as much. When we were younger, did we eat out much?
No.
Hardly at all.
No.
Now we're older, we eat out maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
But we've saved for that. Went on a vacation. Remember the tour we took in Europe a few years ago?
Oh, yes.
And I'm a penny pincher, so I'm watching everything I spend. And the tour guide said, hey, did you save your money to take this vacation? Or did you take this vacation to save money? Well, of course you don't take a vacation to save money, so let her fly, Yeah.
We did a little bit. This next question is from Netta. In the entire history of the United States, has there ever been any other family which had every child, all 3 boys, accepted to college at one of the military academies, and not the offspring of an alum, a president, or a billionaire, or anything like that?
Good question. This subject is near and dear to our hearts.
Yeah.
And you probably knew by asking that question that we had 2 sons that graduated from the United States Naval Academy. And they are officers in the military today. We have a commander in the Navy and a lieutenant colonel in the Marine Corps, and he's a reserve now. Our other son is the black sheep in the family.
No, he's not.
Because he went to the Air Force Academy and he graduated there. So we've had 3 Academy graduates and we love him dearly. He's a captain in the Air Force now. He flies a C-17. Very, very proud of him. So we had 3 sons graduate from academies. Really, really unique, really amazing, right? Not really. Just down the street.
Yeah.
There's a family,
Dear friends.
friends of ours. In fact, when we bought this house, we had never met them and never seen them, but we knew about them from the Naval Academy
Because
our son was best friends with their oldest son.
that's right.
And they came here and looked at this house and went through it and kind of videoed with us and said, hey, this is a good house. You need to buy it. So we did. But they have 3 sons that all graduated from the United States Naval Academy. Amazing. Right here within a couple of miles,
Yeah.
you know, we have 6 Academy graduates. And that was amazing, right? But there are some families that have had 4 and even 5 kids.
Wow.
Not many. I mean, it's a rare thing. It's really an honor.
Yeah.
And I go like this when I see these kids because I know what they've gone through. You've kept your nose clean. You've had great grades. You've been an athlete. You know, you've fit all the checklist to get in, and it's quite something. But nope, 3 is amazing, but some people have even done better. Donna Hoover writes, do they have bike riding paths in the villages that are not intermingled with street traffic? I'm looking for paths through scenery where you don't have to be so vigilant about avoiding cars, carts, and dangerous traffic situations. Donna, they do, and there are several that I know of. There are some in the northern end, but there are more in the southern end, I believe. To answer your question, here's what the paths look like that are only for walkers and bicycles. You can see the 2 posts there. Of course, the golf cart could scoot through right there, but you're not supposed to. And look, we talk about the honesty in the villages. Someone dropped their glasses, so another person laid them right here on that post, hoping that they would see them. And there's where your path goes. You'll find it that way all over the villages. 2 posts like that, stanchions, balusters, however you want to call them. No entry for golf carts or cars. Here's another walking trail. It's only for bicycles and walkers. You can see how you tell right here.
Yeah.
You can recognize those by the 2 barricades or the 2 posts. That's meant to show you your cart won't fit. Still, once in a while, somebody will move their cart around those. It's a mistake.
Yes.
They don't mean to do it. They're like you, they didn't know. But there are some trails just for bikes and walkers. And especially down in Chitty Chatty, there's a very nice one that I know of. And you can go there and walk or ride your bike because it is unnerving to ride a bike with carts zooming past you, and especially when they pass you. And you have to watch out for the electric carts because they don't make any noise.
Right now?
Well, let's do it tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow.
You got me laughing now. Don't do it. Take 2. Some of you see me and say, oh, you really are short. You can't believe you're that short. Yep, I have to sit on 3 pillows. We hope you enjoyed your juries.
It's always a chore to make sure we're both in the frame because I'm actually more than a foot taller than her. Looking to the right, did you touch me?
I didn't.
Let me do you. We had a question, and we're going to do a show in the future on it about property insurance, homeowners insurance. Sorry, buddy. Homeowners insurance. It's getting to be a deal breaker for some people because the cost is going up so dramatically. And the reason is the fraud situation that's been going on for years, especially in Florida. Some insurance companies have actually left the state because they got hit with so many claims to replace roofs. And we're going to talk about that. Our son and daughter-in-law bought a house in Orlando recently. Their monthly insurance bill is $275
A month.
a month. Yeah, that's over $3,000 a year.
Ouch.
That's a big expense, especially for a young couple.
Yeah.
And we don't pay near that amount, but our house is 7 years old. When it's 15 years old, supposedly the company that we carry may not renew us because the roof will be 15 years old, even though it has 30-year shingles on it.
Yeah.
Florida is particularly tough with the heat.
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait and see on that, but we'll bring you a show on insurance. It's something you need to really, really check into, and don't assume when you go to an open house or look at a home, when they give you the piece of paper and say, here's all the specs, that number that they pay for insurance may not be accurate after you buy the house. Do all the checking you can. You don't need a surprise like that, do you?
It's time for those shout outs now.
Again, thanks to all those kind folks that sent us a super thanks last week. We really do appreciate every single one of you. And look at this photo. Tom sent this. That's a 6.2 pound bass he caught here in the Villages. He lives in DeLuna and he caught that whopper right here and he sent it to me just to make me jealous. He said, you got to get out here. I said, I'm ready. Call me.
I want to show you this next picture. This is Jerry's formal wear on the cruise, and he's with his buddy Howard. Doesn't he and Howard look so spiffy? Man, they had their finest shirt on that night.
That is my number one t-shirt right there. And that's formal night. A cruise usually has a formal night.
Yeah.
You don't really have to. No. I mean, you pay for a ticket on a cruise, you can pretty much wear what you want.
Yeah.
But you're in there with people that are putting on some decent clothes, so we want to look good. And we look pretty good.
You look good. I mean, yeah, it looked nice.
This is Kendall and Esther. They're from Canada, and they're posing in front of that really beautiful sculpture down at the entrance to Brownwood off of 44.
Oh, yeah.
If you haven't seen it, you need to. That is a really impressive work of art. It's kind of a salute to what they call the Florida Cracker. And they'll have a little plaque there that will explain what that means.
This next one is Dennis and Karen, and they are from Delaware, and they're coming for a lifestyle visit in April. I'm sure they're going to have a good time.
They're the ones that own that famous cat, Chicken Head.
Oh, yeah, Chicken Head.
And this is Susan. She's from Wisconsin. See her in the picture there? That picture that's not really landscape.
Uh-oh.
I had to adjust that a little bit. And she's with her brother, or maybe her significant other, or maybe even her husband.
Who is it?
We don't know. She didn't tell me. Come, y'all be sure and identify those people in the picture with you. But she made Linda's pea salad and said she loved it.
Yummy.
And they just closed on their new house in Newell. So congratulations.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is David and Cynthia. They live in De La Vista. They love going to concerts and watching rocket launches and from their backyard. That's fun to do. And riding their golf cart all around. Welcome.
That's right. That's up in the Spanish Springs.
Yes.
And there are a whole array of things you can do here that we would never dream of back in Indiana.
Yeah, first time we had to go stood on the front porch to see the rocket launch. We're going, we can do that from our house? Really? That was fun.
This picture, this is Vicky and her posse. Now, she didn't identify them, but look at them. They're wearing their Jerry and Linda t-shirts. They look awesome. All three of them. I love that. This is a good time for me to explain when you send us a picture, especially if you're on an iPhone. When you send an email, it's going to have, how do you want to send this picture? Low, medium, or high resolution? Send the original highest resolution photo and it'll be a lot sharper. That's not as sharp as we'd like it because they look so awesome.
This is Ute and Dennis, and they were in Brownwood meeting us, and this is their second time to meet with us, and we just love this couple. They're from Canada. Oh my goodness, what a fun time we had with them.
Yeah, Uta called us once. She wanted to surprise Dennis, and we met them and surprised him. Mm-hmm. Just a wonderful couple. They're going to be back in April, so we'll try to get together with them then. Mm-hmm. Here's Matt and his wife, Linda, again with the Lindas. Lindas all over the place. They live in the village of LaBelle part-time. Here he is with his twin brother, and we absolutely love this. He's a captain in the United States Navy.
Nice.
That is a great accomplishment. In fact, after you're a captain, the only thing left is Admiral.
Wow.
So he's really nice. Look at that, the decorations on his chest.
Amazing.
Thank you for your service, sir.
This is Darla and her husband Marvin. We got to know them on our recent cruise. Really lovely couple.
Very nice. And she celebrated a birthday on the cruise.
Yes, that was fun.
Yeah. Time for good versus bad. We're still in the design phase of this. We don't know what to call it, nice and nasty, or nice or nasty, or good versus bad, or evil versus good, or whatever, but here it is. This is from Eric and Sarah.
We look forward and enjoy your shows each week. It's educational, entertaining, and refreshing, real. In a time where those things are greatly lacking, we thank you. Please keep up the great work.
Oh, that's so nice.
Very
Thanks, Eric
nice.
and Sarah.
Very nice.
And you guys send us all these links to these fun things on Facebook. I don't really have time to see all of them, but once in a while I'll click on those, and you know how to root out some good stuff. So thank you for staying in touch with us. We appreciate it. We really appreciate your great attitude. But speaking of not so great attitude, we have the bad one. This is from, and they signed it, is it Rachel or Jay? I'm betting it's Jay.
Okay.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Another creepy Stepford couple. Relocate to the villages. I guess it can't hurt to keep them all in one place. Well, I take offense to that. Yeah, it's a nice thought. You know, it's a nice thought, but it's not really that way. And we would encourage you to take a trip to the villages and look at it here. There's a lot of opinionated and strong and really great women here. All right, pal. I see you're up and alert. You are ready to go. Take it away.
Hey everybody! It was so great to meet so many of you on Thursday night, and I got petted 1,000 times, and some of you brought me treats, and it was so much fun. I think I'm the luckiest dog in the world. I went to the vet the other day, and she suggested that I stop eating processed meats. Oh, that's a bunch of baloney. It's hard to quit cold turkey. Boy, they are having some incredible amounts of snowfall. Way up in Minnesota and Wisconsin. I remember that snow. I don't like it. My legs are short. But did you hear about the snowman that got upset when the sun came out? Apparently, he had a total meltdown. Thanks, everybody. See you next week.
Thank you, sir. That was good. And I'm glad to know that you had a good time the other night. You know, we took you down there and we never know what to think. You saw lots of dogs and that was just wonderful. But thanks for the jokes. And folks, if you have questions for us or you want to send Gizzy a joke, our email address is villagesnewcomers@gmail.com. That's going to do it for this week's edition of
Mailbag Monday.
If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to our channel and follow us on Facebook.
Here's a link to an oldie but a goodie. Our most viewed video of all time, over 1.2 million views.
Wow.
Right there. Things we don't like after living 1 year in the villages.
Until next time.
See you when you get here.